Hello, 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 and welcome to Updog Sports Talk. My name is Matt Miller, and I got a sweet new chair, with lumbar support too. Joining me today here at Updog Sports Talk is not just Justin McGovern, but we have intern Tones as well. What's going on, fellas?
Yo, how we doing?
We're happy to hear about your lumbar support.
Yeah, dude, it's fantastic. We are here to talk NFC East. Here at Updog Sports Talk, we like to stick up for the little guy. And we were watching the big media outlets just go on and on about the Lakers, LeBron, the Patriots with Tom Brady, the Buccaneers with Tom Brady, and that was about it. They didn't really talk about anything else. The Yankees, they didn't talk about the Bengals, the Bills. They talked about Michigan a little bit, but they didn't talk about like Cincinnati Bearcats football, or even they have not shown any excitement about the UTRGV Vaqueros. So that's when we decided to step in. And we created this channel so we can stick up for everybody.
We go to
Obligatory
Dallas Cowboys talk. So let's take a look here at their offseason moves a little bit. Their free agency. Remember last offseason, we made fun of them because they said they were all in, and I believe they only added like one person. This offseason, they did a little bit more. They added some people. I think I'll lead this off with my question here. George Pickens, they got him via trade. What do you think about this pickup?
I like it in the eyes of the Cowboys needed a number 2 receiver. Before
Agreed.
They got Pickens, Jonathan Mingo was their number 2. An unproven receiver that one of the worst teams in the league decided not to keep. So, I like the move bringing in Pickens in terms of a talent aspect. But man, can that guy bring a locker room down.
Remember when they had Brandon Cooks for a spell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder what he's doing these days.
He's in New Orleans again.
Yeah, we hit that tour earlier in the series where we found out he managed to land back in New Orleans again.
Justin, we were on the phone earlier today, off air. Do you remember what you told me?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about what his presence means in the locker room, for sure. That is where I could see this thing going in a bad direction. You're taking a huge chance on him, and this is a former Steelers receiver that was a little bit of a headache in the Steelers, and we've seen what happens to those guys once they leave the Steelers.
You know how
I'll
far
give you a
this
hint.
goes back?
It doesn't get better.
You know how far this goes back?
What? Santonio Holmes?
After the Super Bowl, Santonio Holmes. But I mean, guys that I think of, Mike Wallace. When he went down to Miami, he ended up not doing anything, and then was complaining the entire time he wasn't getting the ball. Then you had AB. Then you had Juju. Then you had what's his name? Traded for a can of dirt at in Chicago.
He's also down in Miami now. Or he was.
Oh, Chase Claypool.
Yes.
He held value in the league because of a 2-game stretch he had.
Yeah. And then it's now it's George Pickens. It's I wanted to like George Pickens when he came into the league, but you saw at the end of year 1, beginning of year 2, why he fell in the draft. That character concern came out. I think
we really saw it last year to end the season against the Bengals, where I think his contributions in that game were 3 drop passes and about 5 penalties.
Yeah. And
I'm probably exaggerating on those numbers a little bit, but you get the point.
Not by much. But I mean, you can see what Jerry Jones is trying to do. Taking personality completely out of it for a second, you have one of the most talented receivers in CeeDee Lamb. You have a guy who was top 15 at his position a couple years ago in George Pickens. You know who else they got, Justin and Tony?
Who else?
They loaded up on running backs. They brought in Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders.
Don't forget Deuce Vaughn.
Well, he's been there, but yeah, the deuce is loose. I think Jerry is looking at this offense and is like, we can't have this offense sputter out again. I'm going to spend some money. Brought in Paris Campbell. Say what you want about him. His name still carries a little bit of weight. Brought in some offensive linemen, drafted some offensive players, but defensively, switching to the defense real quick, this is where they kind of nailed free agency. They brought in Dante Fowler Jr. I didn't realize this until like a couple of weeks ago, but they got Kenneth Murray, and I was hoping the Bengals would have gotten Kenneth Murray. And then they got Kyer Elam. Justin, do you like Kyer Elam? Do you miss him?
No, I don't miss him at all. My last memory was my heartbreaking as the Chiefs just tore him apart in about every single play. But you could see where they took some chances here on some high potential guys who haven't quite panned out at other destinations. You know, Kenneth Murray, again, he has a lot of potential. He's been, I think this is his third stop. Hasn't found it yet, but maybe this could be the place. Kyer Elam, maybe he just needed a new destination to figure it out. So you can see where they're kind of betting on the upside. They didn't have a ton of caps, so this is kind of the approach that they had to take here. Yeah, but looking at the draft, I think we can pivot to the draft unless, Tony, if you have any other thoughts on free agency.
No, the Pickens, because he was stirring up stuff within a few weeks of him being there. So yeah. We'll see how that all shakes today. Out.
Who was involved?
I think Pickens.
Checks out.
I mean, the caption on the video said, like, the George Pickens effect. I didn't see exactly who it was, but there was an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. There was just a big man that came in and just flattened that guy. So if it was George Pickens, I feel like that that got handled right away. Did you realize, Tony, that the Cowboys are loading up on Tyler's?
You know, I didn't. Maybe that's a prerequisite.
Yeah, maybe. Tyler Guyton, they got last year in the first round. Tyler Smith, they got back in 2022. They got Tyler Booker now.
So if you're doing the math on that one, that is 3 of the last 4 drafts, they drafted an offensive lineman named Tyler.
And keep that in mind, they were the only offensive lineman named Tyler.
At least first round worthy.
What I also like is Joe Milton coming here. I think Joe Milton is like an underrated talent. I liked what I had to see from him in New England in at least the preseason. So if Dak goes down, they have another cannon arm back there.
Well, cannon arm is definitely what he has.
Can he throw it out of the stadium? Yes. Will it get to where it needs to go? Maybe.
He will throw it the same force no matter how far they are, whether it's 5 yards or 70 yards.
What's really funny? You know what's really funny? Dak's fall from grace. At one point...
Now we're getting to the juicy bit.
At one point...
Here we go.
Dak Prescott was labeled as probably one of the top 7 quarterbacks in the NFL. I haven't seen his name in the top 15.
Nah, the leagues wrote him off.
The year that Lamar Jackson won the MVP, you know who had the best numbers in the league?
Dak
Prescott. Dak Prescott probably could have won MVP that year, and he's done nothing. Like all he's done is get hurt and sits.
Well, to be fair, he did get hurt this past year, so he didn't really get a chance to contribute that much.
And he got hurt. Well, he got hurt at the end of the year before, I think, or in the middle of it for a couple games.
I think that's right.
I think,
hamstring injuries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have the whole off season, but who's to say? Those things are nagging, you know.
Yeah. Outside of that, you know what else I noticed about this roster? A lot of hurt players. We got 4 solid players on defense that are out. They're on the pup list.
Yeah, which some of them make sense. You know, I think Siobhan Ravel, he was drafted. I think he'll end up coming back pretty decently early in the year. obviously coming off a torn ACL at East Carolina. He was someone that I really liked as like a steal. At some point, I don't know what he's going to get to contribute to the team this year.
No. They did take a good talent with him, but, I mean, yeah, I mean, they have Diggs in front of him, but Diggs is on the PUP list. Overshown's on the PUP list.
We also need to talk about Micah Parsons and his situation. He's currently not happy, and his price tag continues to go up, and I think the Bengals have been getting a lot of noise around this lately, but I'll tell you what, the same thing is happening here in Dallas. They are, he is getting more and more frustrated with them.
Both are run by old dudes who love their money.
Who are also the GM.
Yeah, that we can't ignore that. We can't ignore that.
Micah Parsons, I can see getting more money than Trey Hendrickson no matter when the contract comes, just because he doesn't just play defensive end. They move him to inside linebacker, outside linebacker. They drop him into coverage. They blitz him. He can do it all. Like, I think this guy deserves to get a lot of money, and unfortunately, I think he's going to go to a team that I don't like if he doesn't stay with the Cowboys. And Jerry Jones, you need to open up your wallet a little bit and pay this guy, because unless you want to go back to the Quincy Carter days, like, he's your guy. He's the face of the franchise right now. Not Dak, not CD. Micah Parsons is. Don't let him go.
Yeah, this is the guy you need to make happy right now, because if he holds out, I obviously it's a dramatic scenario for him to hold out the whole year, but if he were to, you can see where this season goes in the tank pretty quickly. Like, that is your guy that you need to make sure is happy. 100%.
Yeah. I think that this team isn't going to be as good as the years past. Fully healthy or not, I don't think this team is as good as it was. I think they missed their window.
Yeah, it seems like they're falling off. They're kind of sliding.
And you're reaching a point in Dak's career where he's probably not going to get any better. I think the ship has sailed on him getting better.
Yeah, it's those injuries that really worry me with him. Like, can he get through the whole year healthy? You're looking at an offensive line that we obviously made a lot of jokes about the Tylers, but I mean, you just lost one of your best guys retiring.
Not just best guys, one of their best guys in franchise history.
Yeah.
And Zach Martin. Quietly retired, not talked about at all.
Yeah, that's not talked about enough. Like, he was one of the best guards in the NFL for his entire career.
That would be
you just lost that.
Not to keep bringing up Notre Dame guys, but like Quentin Nelson, if he just randomly retired from the Colts, that would be big news. And for some reason, Zach Martin retiring, not big news. Tyron Smith dealt with injuries, retired, not big news. I don't know why offensive linemen aren't given the love that they deserve, but
no love for the big guys, dude.
No. And they did get Tyler Booker, but first round offensive linemen still struggle in their rookie year. You're not going to have a guy they just came out with the offensive lineman award. You're not going to have him on that list for best offensive lineman. Not this year.
Yeah. And this is already a weird offseason to begin with. Don't forget, they didn't bring back Mike McCarthy because the quotes that they gave, they were like, well, we talked about the team this offseason and everything, and the idea of the contract didn't come up, so we just didn't redo it. It was the weirdest situation, and then they end up with Brian Schottenheimer as their head coach now.
Now, when you bring up the name Schottenheimer, it carries a ton of weight in the NFL. That family has gone way back, I think, into the 20s in football. And Brian probably could have used a couple of years of tutelage under some coach. I would probably say Andy Reid would have been best, but it's your time to shine. You got the keys to the car. We are on all social media, the popular ones at least. X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Reddit. Yeah, follow us everywhere, wherever you get your podcasts. Usually there's a slight delay on that. yeah, we're there too. We'll catch you guys next time. For the time being, we are sprinkling in college football alongside our NFL videos. We will go back to live in the fall, and we will see you guys in the next video. See ya.